Mortis um, Endless Return or something like that. So this is a Chilean graphic novel. This is the original first printing. The Dr. Mortis is a old radio theater character, Chilean character, and also a comic book character, like 70s, and horror stories. And this one is the return of that character, and at first they explain to you that these bold texts are about how Mortis is in prison. So the first comic book is about, it's like Alberto Breccia art style, but when Alberto Breccia was like a contained person, artist, and a good conventional. And from this story, this works really well. So the first one is a story about how this Mortis entity will escape, very Lovecraftian story, kind of story. Then you have this like appendix on each, like in Watchmen, about some diaries from characters, and they are important, like they complete the story. The edition is not really good because it's like a book company trying to be an editor of comic books, and that never ends up well, Like if you are a comic book publisher, you know how to publish these books, like what paper and also like this stuff. It looks too much like a book to me. But the comic itself, they are really good. And I think they've been releasing these ones on the US. So maybe I put down links down below, in the description box. This is a recommendation. I'm waiting for a newer edition to come out. I know there's an anniversary one that came out some years ago, and that edition was really well done. But it's out of print, so I'm guessing they are going to reprint these books at some point, and I'll try to grab them, do a video about them, read them, whatever. But the story, it's very simple, you have 3 episodes, comic chapters. The first one is about this entity escaping. Second one is like a self-contained story about Dr. Mortis interacting with another doctor and a patient that can't be cured, and it's a really like sordid and really dark, depressing story. And also you have this really raw, really violent one. And you have the third story, that's Hans Levy, like it's like a Van Helsing character, and he's going to try to defeat this Mortis one. It's like the final confrontation between these two. So yeah, and in the end you have like this appendix about that talks to you about metaphysics, like if you watch Evangelion, you might recognize that, and the whole plan of how it works, this plan of bringing Mortis back to life, or more than to life, to our world. So yeah, really Lovecraftian in that sense. So this book, this comic, it's really well done. The scripts are really great, and to me, it's like what happens when you have these horror comics from the 70s that are supposed to be just like entertainment to people, when they are doing whatever, riding a bus or stuff. but you have to level them up a little bit to be art, and you get this mixture between Lovecraft and horror and a lot of stuff like that. It's a really well done book, well drawn book, and I try to search how it was published on the US. It's really good, for people who like horror and magic, like Neil Gaiman or Alan Moore. You should buy this. You should try to grab one of these books. So it's a really like vertigo book. So yeah, it's a recommend. Mortis Endless Return. Really pretty good.